Welcome to today's Spec Talk. We've got a couple of folks that are still gearing up here live from the CSI trade show in Cleveland. So Dory and the team should be joining us shortly. It should be a fun day. We've got several folks that we're going to be interviewing live from Cleveland to talk about their specifications. And I think we're going to be meeting with a few different clients as well that can kind of share some of their experiences. So I know it's going to be an interesting day. We've been notified that Dory will be joining us shortly. So you know, kind of some of the hiccups that come along with these live type of webinars. So I'm actually located here just in Atlanta. I'm working from home today, and we are headquartered in Atlanta too. So our office is located in Alpharetta, Georgia, which is just about an hour north of Atlanta. So we've been working that office for a few years. Oh, it looks like here we have Dory. So it looks like we're ready to go. Hey, Dory, how are you?
Okay.
I can.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. So can you give me a thumbs up?
I can.
Okay. Awesome. So welcome everybody. Oh my God, TJ, do you want to start with me? Come on in. All right. We're chatting with. We're live at CSI National here today, guys, and I want to thank everybody for being here. We just got our laptop down here. We're getting everything all set up. Alex, so I can't hear you today, which is tragic because it's always great when I get to hear you chatting and sharing the screen with me. So Alex is going to be handling the comment section today. And we're just going to be chatting about all things specs. We're going to be sort of cherry picking spec writers as they walk by. I've got my handy dandy SpecTalk cue cards with questions lined up and ready to go. Is this your first CSI, TJ?
This is my first CSI and my first SpecTalk. So,
it is your first SpecTalk.
I've already been told they have badges. They have the little ribbons that say first timer.
Yeah.
And I've been called out for not having them.
Well,
obviously, it's clear that I don't know what I'm doing.
You know exactly. You manage. Somehow you manage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, so far you were kind enough to join our presentation today. Amy Baker and I did our social media for architects chat today, which went really well. A lot of good questions, a lot of good feedback. Good group of people there, and yeah. So we are. What is standing out to you for your first time being at CSI?
The community. So many people seem to know each other. Like
yeah,
this is. So I came to this event back when it was Construct, and I think it's a different event. There's been some spinoffs, but it's been it's very different than that. Like that was much more kind of a trade show, go around, hit the booths kind of feel.
Yep.
This is much more a community, kind of a family feel. People know each other. There's a lot of connections, which I think is a lot more valuable. I think there's kind of a shift towards that, which is really good. And you know, as part of SpecLink, we've got people on exhibiting that are customers, walking around that are customers. It's fun to have that opportunity.
We're right at our booth right now. I know people are only getting a cropped view of our booth, but let's see what is happening here. Just getting a text from maybe tech. Okay, we're all good.
Tech support,
awesome.
We're good.
We got the all great from tech support.
All right.
So while we're here, we want to start cherry picking some spec writers and having some conversations with them about some things. I see one right there. Do you want to? Should we rope her in?
Let's do. Let's see. Let's wave. I'll walk out of the camera, see if I can get him over.
Yeah, but you can take the microphone with you.
Okay.
So TJ's going to rope in our first spec writer here, who's a pretty big deal, and we're just going to make sure that we get to chat with her or Amy.
It's a spec talk.
Want to chat? Spec talk live right now. Yes, TJ. Can we borrow that microphone, please? We've got our first. So this. Do I even need to announce Amy Baker?
Thank you.
Hi, Amy.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on your third Spec Talk.
Yeah, I think technically that's true.
Okay, so Amy and I just did our social media for architects and spec writers presentation. I think it went really, really well.
Yeah, I thought it was a great audience, a great time. I feel sort of like a weather person with this microphone.
And tell us the weather. You got a nice view out a window right there.
Really formal. I love it.
Awesome. I've got a list of really fun spec-ish questions.
Let's hear them.
That I was going to let you pick, but because I know you, You're
going to curate something extra special for me. Cool.
Absolutely. Let's start with a nice one.
Okay.
Okay. If somebody's about to write their first spec, like they just got into spec writing, this is the first one that they're responsible for. What's your hype? Like, what's your advice? How do you hype them up? How do you sort of empower them? I know empowering was part of our conversation today.
Yeah.
So how would you get somebody to feel like they were ready to write their first spec?
So I would suggest if they don't have a contact on the rep side for whatever product they're specifying, to find that manufacturer and have a conversation with them about their wish list for what they want specifiers to know about that product or system.
Okay.
So that would be one way to gain hopefully some base knowledge that they could carry forward and feel a little bit more confident in their editing and making choices for it. The next thing I would suggest is to kind of ask maybe in the office for examples of that section that have already been written for projects, so that you can kind of compare, like, how did somebody else approach the same problem or similar problem, and see how they did it. So,
well, now I feel empowered to write a spec
go ahead
right
and
now.
do it. You got it.
If spec writing came with a warning label, what would it say?
Gosh.
Like, somebody thinks spec writing's all glamorous and it's all awesome.
I think the opposite is sort of true. Most people find it a little intimidating. Maybe that's the warning label, is if you are choosing spec writing as your career path, I think you really do have to love it. So it's not a specialization or expertise that people can easily just continue on with unless they love it. So do it because you love it.
So if somebody hasn't done it before, and they should love it, I agree with that 100%. What attributes would somebody have where you, like, if you met somebody and you got to know them a little bit, what about them would make you say, like, they'd make a good spec writer?
That's a good question. So I think the obvious start to that is, are they detail oriented and do they enjoy research?
Okay.
So if those two things are true, and, you know, just personality wise, a lot of specifiers are introverts, you know, that could be a pretty good starting point or gauge of whether it might be a good fit.
Would you like to hide behind a computer for 8 hours a day?
Yeah, this is like pulling me out of my comfort zone for sure, especially this microphone. It's kind of tripping me out. But
oh, well, you look honest. Like, let us know in the comments if Amy should. I think news, like broadcasting, if the spec writing thing doesn't work out, which is not likely to happen.
Oh, I see a heart. Oh, thank you for the heart.
Oh, look, we got some love. Yeah.
Got some love here.
And you can see ourselves on the camera screen too, if you want to.
Yeah.
For there.
Thanks,
oh, look at all the love.
Oh my God, you guys are the best.
Yeah, so Amy's got to be a weather reporter now. We're getting a lot of feedback that Amy's just got to scrap the whole spec thing.
Yeah, this is my new job.
Tell me if I need a jacket or not. That's kind of a waste of your skills. Let's talk about, oh geez. Do you have a section? I'm sure you do. So let me ask you, what is your most favorite and least favorite sections to work? Or divisions?
I was hoping you'd ask most favorite. Okay. I usually say I love writing specs in Division 4. So unit masonry is in my wheelhouse. I love that one. I also love Division 7 specs, especially on the air barrier and waterproofing side, and roofing too, honestly. So any of that Division 7, like building enclosure stuff. The parts that keep the water out, I love. So,
and the lawyers away.
Yeah,
so it's like the water out
my,
and the lawyers away.
Spot sections. I do not enjoy editing joint sealants and paint, not because I dislike those products, just because they're trickier sections to edit, and there's a lot going on with both of those. So.
Is it because of the overwhelm of options, or is it the
so, like,
each one has like a unique application?
Yeah, there's like 100 different combinations of things that you could need to know about in order to properly pick the right primer. How many coats? What is the top coat? What are what's it exposed to?
Yeah.
How durable does it need to be? How washable does it need to be? And that could result in just a ton of different paint systems and coating systems. So that one's just a wild card. I don't hate writing it. It's just more challenging.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask you one more question, then I'm going to have you interview our next, or not interview, introduce.
I didn't get promoted.
I meant introduce.
I didn't get promoted to that.
If they made a movie about Amy Baker, what would it be called?
Oh,
about your career. What would it be called, and who would play you?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to. Why don't you answer that one for me? I don't know how
about
to
the Amy Baker story.
What is my? What's my movie? I feel like I just sort of awkwardly stumble through stuff, and
the awkward stumble.
So far, so
who would play you though? Do you ever get compared to like somebody famous?
No, not really. Like,
because I have somebody.
I'm familiar, but like when I meet them, they say I have a familiar face, but then they can't really identify why.
Has anybody ever told you don't look the same in person as you do?
Yeah, yesterday, as a matter of fact.
During speed networking, somebody came up to Amy and they're like, "You look different." It's like, Okay. Maybe it's like you parted your hair different or something like that.
I don't know.
Jeez, I don't know.
We'll have to brainstorm on
No,
that.
I have an actress in mind.
Okay. All right.
But I don't know what I'd name your movie. And I don't. Can I say who?
Sure. Yeah. Of course.
Would like Courtney Cox be like somebody that could play you?
I'm down with that. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good. Approved.
All right, done.
Done.
Keep an eye out for the Amy Baker story. I don't know what we'd call
Played by Courtney Cox.
Played by Courtney Cox.
Perfect.
TJ, are we ready for our next? Okay, Amy,
All right,
would you
who
like
am
to
I handing?
introduce our next?
Vivian Volz, I think, is up next.
Yes.
Fellow independent specifier extraordinaire. And I look forward to hearing what you have to say, Vivian.
Yeah. Come on in, Vivian.
Thanks, Amy.
How are you?
I'm well.
So this is the most we've ever spoken. We had we exchanged a couple of words, which you brought some amazing insights into a presentation today, which I really appreciate.
Thank you.
Because it's lonely up there sometimes talking, you know? It's good to have the audience interaction.
Yeah, no, I love that too.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about you, where you're working, what you're doing there, and then we're going to get into some fun questions. So get the proper stuff out of your system, and then we're going to have some fun.
All right, so I've been in San Francisco for 30-something years and writing specs for 23-ish of them.
It's a lot of years to write specs.
It's a lot of years to write specs. Well, we love it, and that's always going to, that's how we're going to always have work, because we love it and so many architects don't.
Did you voluntarily get into specs, or are you one of those people that kind of tripped and fell and stumbled into specs?
I wanted more flexibility in my day.
Okay.
And because I was expecting my kid.
Oh, yeah.
And so I asked, hey, can I learn to write specs? And I thought, oh, I'll just write specs for a couple years. It'll round out my practice. I'll be more versatile. And I loved it. Because I figured that I was going to be a project architect for the rest of my career until I tried specs.
Interesting. Were you always technically inclined,
Yeah.
or did you have more of a design streak running through you?
No, I was always the person who wrote too much on her drawings in school.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was always the person who wanted to know more about the stuff that we're drawing.
So that's probably. So I asked Amy what would make a good indicator. Like if you met somebody right now and got to know them a little bit, what would their traits have to be for you to be like, they'd be a good spec writer? And too many words on drawings is one.
Well, too many words on drawings is one of the things that I ask architecture professors if I'm looking for them to recommend somebody. That's more of a what if scenario than an actual scenario.
Okay.
But I want people who have the kind of mind where you are capable of reading a code book and figuring out what's the rule and what's the exception. That kind of analytical reading is really important to our work. So reading comprehension is in some ways even more important than your writing skills. But writing skills, I mean, we definitely ask for a cover letter if we're hiring.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
But with those code skills, like I know the people in my life that are really brilliant at code, there's a high level of creativity in reading codes and interpreting codes and applying codes. Like there is some like sort of maneuvering that happens in that world.
Yes, and knowing where that's a very advanced skill. I don't necessarily expect a new specifier to be able to do that. But if I'm looking for somebody who's going to grow into a good specifier, having the ability to read text like that and draw good conclusions out of it. That's important.
That's a good one.
It's the conclusions.
All right. Let me hit you with a few fun questions too.
Okay.
Because we're going to show you. I know you have a big personality, so let's put it to the test right now. Okay. If you were kicked out of the AEC industry tomorrow, what industry would you enter? What would you do as your non-construction related?
I want to be a backup singer for James Taylor.
Really? I've seen James Taylor in concert before.
He has awesome backup singers, doesn't he? Yes. I have a lot to learn to try to do that, but it would be so much fun.
Because they're probably just moving, they're not dancing and like doing complicated stuff.
Yeah, the choreography is actually the problem.
Can you sing?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yes.
No, you can't. I'm going to make you prove it.
It all began the day I found that from my window I could only see a piece of sky.
Okay, I stand super corrected. If I ever run into James Taylor, I'll let him know that you're like willing and able.
Yeah, but he'll be mad that I sang Barbra Streisand instead.
It's fine. You don't want to like suck up too much. You don't want him to think that you need it. You just want it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What is the strangest product you've ever had to spec? You ever have to do like a weird like one-off thing that was like, how do I even start?
Okay, so it's a real product. The moss wall stuff is pretty strange.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's just hard to write because it's not really alive,
but
it wants to look alive, and it does expand and contract a lot.
Okay.
So you kind of have to I mean, the installation is crazy. So that's one.
Okay.
But it's I want to use the flooring on the wall stuff that is what really just makes us bang our heads on the wall.
Is that what just causes you to start twitching and like?
Well, has that been tested on the wall? Does it have a flame spread?
I don't know a lot of people walking on walls either,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Right. I mean, yes, it'll wear well.
That's true. That's true. How many times can you?
Hey guys, Alex over here with SpecLink. I think we just lost Dory and our guest speaker. So if you can bear with us for just a moment, we should be getting them back online here very, very shortly. Thanks so much.
Okay, are we back? Did we just get booted for a second? Can we hear? Yeah, we're good. Okay, no, we're good. I'm getting thumbs up now. All right, thank you guys for your patience. We are definitely winging this. Let's ask the question again. No, I don't know the timpani. So fun fact,
okay,
I played timpani in high school.
No way.
Yeah, I swear.
Oh wow.
I am a drummer by nature, but I did want to learn like music, right? So I joined band in college or in high school, and I was timpani percussion. Yeah. So spec writers would be what instrument in a band would a spec writer play? Okay. And I love that you went like concert like band. You didn't go like rock band.
Oh no, I played in the orchestra.
Okay.
Yeah, I played the viola.
When you said singing, I saw like James Taylor, guitar, drums, keyboard,
Yeah.
And then you took me in a different direction. So.
But that's because I already think of the architect as the orchestra director.
Okay.
Because they don't necessarily they can't play all the instruments, but they need to make sure that everybody's working together.
But everybody listens to the orchestra director.
Everybody listens to the orchestra director.
But does everybody listen to the architect?
Well, okay, so it depends on the caliber of the team now, doesn't it?
This metaphor is running deep.
It is.
And I'm here for it. I'm good at this.
All right. So the architect we said is the timpani because
spec writer's timpani.
I'm sorry, you're right. The spec writer's timpani. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And they're the timpani because it might not be our turn yet, but we have to be completely engaged and paying attention.
Yeah.
Because when we do our thing, it's really important. It has to be right.
So you don't want to be off by a bar coming in? Just a bit early?
No, I'll mess everybody up.
Swell?
Yeah, mess everybody up.
I get 50 heads to turn around and look at you. Go ahead and smack a timpani when you're not expecting it, right? All right. Thank you so much for joining and coming on and this is so fun. Maybe would you be like, we should do this again.
It would be fun.
It would be fun. Well, it was already fun. So the precedent's been set.
Okay.
Let's plan a tour. So since we're in the music metaphor, let's go on tour together for one show.
I'm worried about the time commitment.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be fun.
When you see how many T-shirts we're going to sell, it'll be worth your time.
Rock on.
Thanks, Vivian.
Thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate it. All right. Who's up next? Here.
Yeah, so
come on
quick
in.
intro,
Jason's
Jason
here.
with ATAS. So we're bringing in
Jason,
one of our
how you doing? Nice to meet you.
great clients, manufacturers. So
Excellent.
I'll pass you the mic, Jason.
All right. So
Yes.
talk to me about is this your first CSI?
No, this is my fourth CSI National Conference.
Fourth in a row?
No, I've done them periodically in the past as well.
What do you think this year so far?
Great so far.
Yeah.
First sessions were good. Keynote address was great. It's always fun to just reconnect with people you see a couple times every year here.
Yeah.
Community.
Love that for
Yeah.
sure. And we got a nice space here. There's like big windows.
yeah,
It's a big
big-
bright room.
View of the lake.
Fantastic.
Can't beat it.
Which sessions did you watch this morning?
I watched I forget the exact title, but the session on decarbonization of concrete.
Oh, okay.
Because that's decarbonization is a big topic, and they're known as one of the most polluting things out there in the building materials industry. So it's interesting to see how they're addressing it. Every manufacturer is going to have to learn to figure out how to address it through manufacturing processes with their products and their materials, or you're going to have to figure out ways to work around either how you manufacture or recyclability, so on and so forth. So it was really interesting to see that.
So for your products, how are you guys addressing sustainability?
So for us, we manufacture exclusively out of all metals, so mostly aluminum and steel, and highly recyclable, obviously, especially on the aluminum side. We talk about the longevity of the life cycle of the products and everything like that. And then we also try to figure out a lot of inventive ways to use our products to help increase the sustainability of the building by either creating healthier buildings that breathe better or are better insulated and minimal thermal bridging and things of that nature.
So you deal with a ton of spec writers then on a frequent basis.
Yes.
What are some of the things that spec writers need from you? Like what are the main asks when a spec writer gets in touch with you?
Yeah. So beyond the general, what products, what finishes and things like that, a lot of times it's just keeping up with current ASTM testing data and everything along those lines. Specifically what submittal requirements we would want to see in a specification. And then they're always looking for help in best practices in division or part 3 of their specs. So the installation side, what do we recommend for that? What's proper shimming, alignment, so on and so forth.
Just making sure that when it gets into their
they know that what's coming out of the factory is a quality product and built to a certain standard, but obviously field tolerances are a different world. So how do you mitigate, installer tolerances versus manufacturing tolerances?
I was going to say, it's only as good as its installation too, right?
Correct,
A great product installed poorly is not a great product anymore.
So we work with the specifiers on that, but we also work with our contracting partners on that as well. So we do a lot of installation training seminars for contractors to help advise them on best practices, and it is a hands-on seminar.
So let me ask you a question about spec writers. There's 46 spec writers watching right now, so choose your words carefully.
Fair.
How would you describe spec writers as a personality type? And there's a couple here also, so just, just know that they're, guys, there's no offense meant by any of this. We're just,
I would say the first word that comes to mind is meticulous. So they have a rigor to their discipline of spec writing that is very different from the architectural side. So, there's a lot of detail-oriented architects.
They're agreeing with you.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're good.
But there's definitely a rigor and discipline that they bring to the writing of the specifications and checking their architect partners if they're consulting or they're in-house, like, hey, you chose this, but this is why we can't do that. So really appreciate their very rigorous pursuit of knowledge in the industry and their ability to check and be that last line of defense, make sure that the building's being written correctly.
Yeah, and I know some spec writers too that love to check architects. So if you guys love to check,
I used to be an architect, so
I'm an architect, so I believe me, I've got like the scars to show for like, we're not doing this story.
Exactly. What were you thinking here?
No, that's awesome. So what divisions are you guys in?
We are primarily in Division 7, but ATAS has a relatively new but very full line metal ceiling systems product line now for interior acoustics. So we are in Division 9 as well.
Okay, cool. And what's one of the trickier things about being a building product manufacturer? Because it's like every industry from the outside seems simple, right? Oh, you got a product, you try to get people to buy it, answer a couple questions, have a good day. But I know like layers deeper, there's some real challenging things. What are those?
Top line things are managing expectations from the design side all the way through to the contracting side, making sure that you communicate clearly and articulate realistic deliverables.
Okay.
As soon as you start over-promising things, that's where you start to get yourself into trouble. And then beyond that, maintaining the relationships.
It's always gets back to relationships, right?
If you don't have relationships and you don't have people that trust you to be their source,
so
it's going to be really hard.
Trust within.
Well, yeah, you start with the relationship, but that's based on that mutual trust. And I approach it in a very open and transparent way with designers when I engage with them, because I used to be one. So I appreciate this, but we're not the right fit. I'm going to tell you where you should be going. I've been in this world for 20 years now, after professional practice, and I know where you need to go. If I'm not the right fit, I'm going to send you where you should go.
Because it's critical information you're sharing, right?
Absolutely.
And you don't want to just like fudge your way through an answer just to get somebody off their case. It's got to be the right information.
Exactly. And, they appreciate that honesty, and they know when they come to me and I recommend it, I mean, this is what's best for them.
That's fantastic. Jason, thank you for stopping by and chatting with me. This is a ton of fun.
Thank you.
All
Likewise.
right, thanks, guys. We got one more special guest coming in right now. And this is he coming in?
Yeah.
Coming around the long way?
Yeah. How do you deal with unexpected situations, Dory?
I just roll with everything.
There we go.
Just roll with
Steve
everything.
with BRR Architecture.
Steve,
welcome.
How you doing?
Pleasure.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so here, I'm going to scooch this way. So Steve, I want to start first, then I'll let you introduce. Steve's always so active in the comment section on our Spec Talks, and I value every comment that he makes and every question that he has. So it's really, and this is our first, well, no, not our first time meeting. We met yesterday for 2 seconds.
We met at the national conference a year ago in the hall for about 60 seconds.
Okay, that's my fault for not remembering that. I should have been more memorable in that moment.
But excited to meet you in person.
Oh.
Always enjoy the Spec Talks. They're one of my favorite. And I confess, I had to steal the Spec Talk name for our own internal Zoom chat channel that we have in our office. I've created a channel to share all things specs, and it started out as something boring, and I said, no, you need to call this SpecTalk.
Okay, our lawyers, if our lawyers are watching right now, just start firing all the letters.
I make no money off of this.
So I think TJ gave a quick introduction of name and where you're from, but why don't you reiterate that, and then we'll get into some fun spec-related questions.
For sure. So I'm Steve Kellen. I'm with BRR Architecture. We're headquartered out of Kansas City, but we have offices across the country. We've been in business for well over 65 years doing retail, grocery, industrial, multifamily, hospitality, working with a lot of well-known brands that I won't get into here.
Okay, if people want to see the brands, they can come check out some things. So talk to me about your sort of, we all love what we do for a living, right? But there's the things you really like to do and the things that you really don't like to do. So when it comes to divisions, what's your sort of favorite division to work in, and what's the one where you're like, I just wish, like, delegate that to somebody else. I don't want to deal with this.
Oh my gosh. I would have to say that, well, I'm always going to delegate structural out to structural.
Well,
just that's going to happen.
I think we would recommend that to
Division
everybody.
5 is going to happen. Of course, I do like working with Division 4 and masonry and stone veneers, etc., and all that. I do like working in Division 7. I'm not as big a fan of working in finishes and things like that.
Okay.
What you do, what you got to do.
Yeah, you go, of course, right? Like, we all got to do. In the fewest words possible, okay? If you're talking to somebody now that doesn't know what you do for a living, how would you explain to somebody what specs are in the fewest, like the simplest, like 5 or 10 words?
That is a challenge. That is a real challenge.
Oh, I stumped the spec writer. Maybe this is a whole new series.
For spec writers, we're detailed and like good long answers. So no,
taking you out of your comfort zone now.
We provide the written context and the critical QA QC information that a contractor needs to know, that accompanies the graphic content that they reference in the drawings.
Was that hard to simplify it down to
It was hard. I had a lot more I wanted to put to that. But yeah.
No problem. I appreciate that. Should spec writers be friends with other spec writers outside of work?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these conferences here are vital. They're vital for me. They're vital for our industry. I view these conferences and you said outside of work, but here we are.
Here we are at work.
but to the point of, it's similar to what you do on SpecTalk. Every time I tune in, I'm hearing 2, 3, 4 ideas of something I hadn't considered, or a different way to approach my workflow. And that's what we're all doing here, and that's what we have to do. We have to share that knowledge.
What's a common mistake you see in specifications that drives you completely crazy?
Common mistake.
Unless you're just so good you don't make mistakes, then I can just go to the next question. But
I think it's really the lack of collaboration, or in the process, somebody makes a change in the drawings, or they add new products or materials, and they don't tell us, and then we find out.
That never happens.
I know. That's just
happens all the time.
Literally all the time. That's I don't know if that's the answer to your question, but it's one of the biggest sources of frustration is buyers that we have.
Answer accepted. I'll take that.
I'll take it.
What's a personality trait that all spec writers should have?
Detail-oriented, the ability to multitask, to set a project aside, come back to another project, and particularly for the work that we do within our company, because I'm literally generating, believe it or not, hundreds of projects a year. We're doing all kinds of projects. I have to use the tools that RIB has given me to manage an incredible workflow from a vast variety of clients, creating different masters. So you've got to be, like I said, detail-oriented, be able to be specific in what you do, because ultimately that's the written content that the contractor is referring to. But you got to be flexible. You got to be able to multitask. Yeah.
So if you met a young architect tomorrow, they just graduated, they're on their way to licensure, and they said, you know what, I've never written specs before, but I think I really want to get into spec writing. What's a warning you'd give them? What's kind of a, like, hey, before you turn down this road, these are the things you need to know?
That is a tough question, and it's so specific to the individual, right? I mean, spec writing is not for everybody. I think, as we all know, nobody goes to school for spec writing. It's one of those things that you just kind of fall into in your careers. But if you're the word of caution would be that if you're not willing to spend large amounts of time doing research and critical thinking and writing detailed text documents versus design and working in SketchUp, which is a totally different process,
a whole other workflow,
then that's not for you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's good advice. Let's do one more question, then I'll let you go back to enjoy the rest of the show. For sure. If you were kicked out of the AEC industry tomorrow, which industry, like, what's your, so pro athlete would have been a nice thing for me. Professional musician would have been a nice thing. If you got kicked out of AEC tomorrow, what would you do for a career?
I do like the musician aspect. I'm a wannabe guitar player, but just not getting there. But the answer to your question would be professional photographer.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's true of a lot of architects.
Absolutely. And carpentry. I find photography and carpentry.
Oh my gosh. This old house, the mill workers, all this.
Yep.
Would love to be one of those.
Yes. Yeah. I was talking to my dad recently, who's retired and kind of bored. And I'm like, Dad, go build a shop. Oh my God, go buy some tools, go have some fun with that.
I have deep admiration for those men and women who have grown up in that trade and the artisanship, the craftsmanship that they do for that. If I could do that,
Not a lot of places to hide in carpentry, right? Like it's either there or it's not.
That's exactly right.
Steve, thank you for your time and stopping 100%. By and chatting with us. And
my pleasure.
I will not forget this year that we met and hung out, because that's now we have photo evidence of it.
You'll see me in the comments.
All the time. I look forward to it. Like I said, you always bring good insight, and I'm really grateful for that.
Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve. All right, take care. Damon, you want to come? Who wants to come say hi? Right, we've got all of our. Damon is currently bringing somebody in. Is she? Would you like to come talk with me? It's video, live streaming right now.
We can definitely do that.
Yeah, done. I have a filter for that. Guys, this is a special get. You're in or out? You're in frame now. They're gonna know it's you. This is live. Hi. So you can look at yourself right there in that camera and then introduce yourself. As if anybody doesn't know you, but let's pretend they don't.
People don't know you. My name is Charisse Lakeside. I am the senior spec writer at RDH Building Science. Pretty active member of CSI.
Excellent.
That's me.
That is the most abbreviated introduction to a big personality that I've ever encountered in my whole life.
It's more fun to talk about things that are not about me.
Okay, who's on that cookie?
I still can't get over this cookie. So I just got this cookie that Sylvia from Certifloor gave me.
Is that her?
This is me.
Oh, she made custom cookies?
She made custom cookies for people here, and I have a cookie with my face on it, and I'm going to save it forever. And if you break it, I'm not going
to break it. Can people get Cherise Lakeside cookies online anywhere? This is awesome.
I will ask Sylvia and see if
I want a Dory cookie. This is, I'm like jealous now. As I understand, you entered spec writing in a different kind of roundabout way in your career. Is that correct?
I did. I was 20 years old looking for a job.
8 years ago. You told me before you came on. We had to...
You are now my very best friend in the whole world. Yes.
Aww.
My best friend. I was looking for a job, and there was an ad for a receptionist in an architecture firm. This was not my plan. None of this was my plan. And I started working for that firm. And one of the partners in that firm was a founding member of Portland CSI.
Okay.
Which just celebrated its 65th
I saw
anniversary.
That. Yep.
And I'm a kind of a curious personality, and I don't like to be bored. And so, I was typing memos and answering the phone and going, why do we do this? How do you do that?
Okay.
Can I do something else? Because I'm bored. There's not enough work. And so I was there for 22 years. And by the time I left, I was doing everything but drawing. I'm not an architect.
Yeah.
I was writing specs, writing contracts, doing all the accounting, payroll, HR, marketing, literally wearing every hat in the office.
Okay.
And being trained by three men, much older than me, who very much adhered to CSI principles and standards.
Okay.
So even though I didn't join CSI till way late in my career, I had been spoon-fed CSI practices my whole life.
Without even knowing it, you were just,
And so it just in 2008, they closed the firm after the big crash.
Right.
And I just went on to another firm as my first job solely as a spec writer.
Okay.
And been doing it ever since.
All right. And I think you've done okay. I think she's done okay. Applaud on screen if you know Cherise. I think everybody will. I think it'll just be like a whole stream of applause coming up on the screen here. Are they coming in? There we go. The Alex, Gary. But yeah, this is awesome.
There's people watching.
There are people watching. Yeah, and they all know who you are. Let's talk about some spec stuff. I want to know. I want to get some good. They're all questions, but I want to get you with some good ones.
Okay.
Let's go with if spec writing came with a warning label, what would it say?
Oh, I could approach that question from about 25 different lenses, but if it came with a warning label, I think as far as a career in spec writing, it would come with the warning label that you better be ready to never know enough. It is every single day you learn something new. Every single project has different requirements, so there is no doing anything the same way every day. And so you have to be a lifelong learner, curious, love to research. You can, I am half introvert, and when I'm obviously
you are not.
Oh, I am, believe it or not.
Really?
I could be a spec writer if I couldn't sit and quietly focus on technical writing.
I'm an introvert too.
You're full of,
I'm full of cookies.
You're full of cookies. Yeah. So you have to be a person that wants to learn every single day of your career and wake up every morning feeling like you know less than you did the day before. And if you have that mindset and you're just inherently curious, you might be interested in this job. And you have a really good attention to detail.
So when you're talking to somebody, let's say you maybe not here, but you've met somebody new out and about, and you're kind of chatting with them for a few minutes, can you look at them and be like, they'd make a good spec writer? Like, can you tell from a conversation with someone, even a casual one? Like some of the traits that you guys have?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, give me 15 minutes, half an hour. There are just certain things that people will say. There's certain questions I'll ask. For instance.
Okay. Examples.
I'm going to give you an example. I teach a CDT education program for CSI.
Okay.
Twice a year, 12 weeks. There are a number of people that have been in my class. Like I will have students, and I have a lot of students. My biggest class was 108 one round, but it's usually anywhere from between 40 and 75. And I'll have this one or two students that will ask questions nobody else asks.
Right.
And I have had a few that have been in that class that I said, I know that you went to architecture school and most architects want to design, but I can tell you might be really good at this.
Yeah.
And Those people are now spec writers.
Oh, so you remember them?
Yeah.
Did
no,
you, like,
I know where they're at.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've given a few of them introductions to firms where they might want to work because unfortunately, outside of getting the certifications to get the base education, the only way that you learn how to do this job is to basically apprentice under a trained spec writer.
Right. Yeah. There's no real place to
training
go
program.
to learn, right?
And so I send them to people I know will train them right.
Okay.
To actually, because every building's different. You got to do something different every single project you do.
Of course. Should spec writers be friends with other spec writers outside of the office? Do you think those personalities that make you a good spec writer would also make you good friends out and about?
Are you intentionally asking me that question because you know what I'm going to say?
No, I just have some questions, and I'm following the direction that these questions. Are we being photographed?
Well, there's a friend that I have a great time with everywhere.
Yeah. I'm going to talk to her next, too.
Yeah, Melody's wandering around here in my chapter. I officiated her wedding.
You did not.
I've officiated 2 Portland CSI weddings. There are so many people here at this conference. There's Leanne Slattery. We are staying an extra day to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Saturday. She lives all the way across the country, and one of my most favorite people here. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
This is the most empowering, supportive group of people in the industry that I've ever met. And I speak at a lot of different organizations and things. They don't get any better than the people that are here in this room.
So last year in Houston was my first CSI conference. I'm kind of new to the spec writing, where I'm an architect, but I'm new to the spec writing end of things. And it was one of the observations that I made. Like, everybody's just kind of chill and good people and like easy to talk to and kind of fun and funny, you know?
Okay, so what happened when you messaged me on LinkedIn and said we need to meet in person?
You blocked me immediately.
Immediately.
No, you were all about it. You were like, yeah, let's do it. Like and so we were like making it a point to find each other.
Well, and I saw you as soon as I walked in the door. Yeah. That's what people do here, though. We look out for each other. We support each other. I can call anybody, pretty much anybody in this room, and say, I'm having a problem on this project.
Yeah.
Can you help me? There is no competitiveness here.
That is a really, and I think everybody on this would agree as well. It's like, it's this strange, like, every conversation you overhear, it's like, call me if you need any help. Call me if you need any help. I can help you with that.
Yeah.
I'll send you my template. I'll send you the, I'll introduce you to that guy. And it's like, I don't think most industries are doing that.
No, they're not. But you have that here at multiple different levels, not just in projects. Somebody's got to do a speaking engagement and they need some help. And I did one similar. Hey, can I look at your slide to build mine? We share constantly.
Okay. If you were kicked out of the AEC industry tomorrow, like couldn't do anything related to it at all, what would you do for a living?
Okay, I would probably go back to my original dream when I was young. Well, I wanted to be a torch singer. But
you're the second singer we've had on.
No. I sound like a dying cat. So that wasn't going to happen. So my goal is I wanted to write for Time or Life magazine.
Okay.
But I wanted to travel all over the world and meet people and tell their interesting stories. Human interest stories.
So still in the words world, like still in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to be a writer, but I didn't want to write like books. I wanted to meet interesting people and tell all the unique things about those people.
Like a shorter, sort of punchier stories, right? Not 500 pages.
Like I meet somebody that lives in some tribe in Africa and talk about what their life looks like and what's important to them and what their passions are, those kinds of things.
Do you have the photography skills to back that up? Could you do the interview, article, and photography?
Well, I'm kind of doing it with the podcast. In the podcast that I host, it's just I'm still staying in the industry, but I get to talk to unique architects every interview and their journey through a project and what they're passionate about in the industry. No, I probably won't ever do that. I'll probably stick with this until I decide I'm going to sitting on a beach in Aruba with an umbrella drink.
I want to be on that podcast, the one in Aruba under the with the drinks and the umbrellas.
Yeah, well, so do I. So get somebody to send me there first.
Okay, well,
you can come.
There's a lot of sponsorship opportunities here, so maybe we should just find someone who's got a checkbook who wants to send us to Aruba.
Get off the interview. Let's go find out.
We're going to end right now. No, just joking. This is always so fun to chat with you. I know we had a couple other interactions, and I know you and I could probably go on for hours and hours and hours. But I'm going to let you go and kind of mingle with you.
I got one other thing I have to tell you.
You can say as long as you want.
Because there's one question you didn't ask me.
There's like 20 questions I didn't ask you.
But I appreciate you didn't ask it. But So I've been using SpecLink for 15 years at least. I was an early adopter. You have features in this program that are a direct result of my feedback.
We do take pride in listening to our users.
So
Yes.
my quick little story for you is that when I went and interviewed with RDH, where I'm at now, I made it a condition of my employment that they had to get out of WordSpecs and go into SpecLink if I was going to go to work there.
Really?
I did. And I love this program. I think there's a lot of tools out there, and I'm not slamming anybody else.
Right.
But this will always be my first choice. And because you didn't ask me, I'm offering it because I'm not kidding. I will not work for somebody who will not let me use SpecLink.
Well, that is like the most glowing review that we can get.
So you all listening know, nobody paid me to say that. He had no idea that was coming.
It's not in my, no, today's was all about getting to know spec writers, not like, you know, buy this and that. No, it's just like all the questions like, God, I should let you, what's the strangest product you've ever had to spec? You know?
I can tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, what is it called? It's the burn chamber in a hospital. If you get severely burned, that big chamber.
Yeah.
I always want to call it a cryo chamber. That's not what it is. It's
Right.
got a name, and I always forget the name of it.
Well, you spec it once in a career, right?
Exactly, once in a career.
Yeah.
Some states don't even have one. I had to, when I worked in MEP engineering, I had to spec one of those, and I'll tell you, that's the hardest spec I ever wrote because there was no guide information. I mean, I had to get real creative. I had to get on the phone with people at this company and get the pieces and parts.
Was it a long time ago or kind of?
It was probably about 10 years ago.
Okay, all right. So you're still
it was when I was worked with Ellen at Interface Engineering,
Okay.
and we were doing a hospital project, and we had one of those, and I'm like, I can find nothing on one of these. I had some like 1975 book was the only thing I could find.
I'm sure the tech is a little bit different now than it was back then.
I've specified a lot of things over the years, but I would say that was the most difficult.
Yeah, because I look at like, my brain goes to theme parks. Right? And there's so many like quirky things like that exist in a theme park. And I'm like, somebody has to spec all that. Like, they don't just like go to Home Depot and buy a like thing. They like.
I was approached by Disney to work. They have their own building and construction department with their own architects, and I was approached by Disney for a spec writing job.
Oh, really?
And I thought about that. It's like, do I get to like help write the specs for a castle or?
Yeah, like.
But you know, it wasn't the right fit for me, and I didn't want to move to California. But
yeah, and the company's so small, like the job security just wouldn't be there.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't let me hang out with Mickey.
Yeah, I'm out. Forget it. Do you get to wear the ears at least while you're at your desk? Like something?
No, I wear a crown at my desk.
Do you really? Yes. What do you drink when you're at your desk?
Water, ice water, and I have an IV of coffee running through my veins.
How do you take your coffee?
4-shot lattes is usually my first choice.
Oh, like.
Or at home making coffee, it's whatever the darkest coffee you can find.
Okay, excellent. I'm in that world with you as well. So now we can have coffee together on the beach in Aruba while talking about singing as our careers. And
you can sing.
I can't sing.
I'm an awesome backup dancer.
Prove
but
it.
Nobody wants me to know I'm. You could try.
So we had Vivian on earlier, and she said she wanted to be a singer, and I said, prove it, and she sang for us.
Well, no, but Vivian can sing. I've heard her sing.
Yeah. And
that's a whole different animal.
That's why I asked you to sing, and you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
I wouldn't torture anybody that way.
No, that's okay. It's only being live streamed.
When my own children would tell me to shut up in the car, I know I need to not sing.
You gave them life, and they still told you to stop singing?
You haven't heard me sing.
No. Maybe it's better that I don't.
Yeah.
Like the kids are like, Mom, I love you, but shh.
Yeah. I might torture you with it if you make me mad.
I wouldn't make you mad. No, it's never my intention to make you mad.
I'm joking. I don't get mad.
All right. You get even.
We won't talk about that.
No. We'll do that off air. Okay. There's a whole lineup of people waiting to get into a session here.
I know.
We
I'm
must
like,
be getting close to the end of our thing. Charisse, thank you for being on with me.
Thank you for dragging me and not warning me.
So I didn't. Damon, was it Damon that dragged you over here?
Well, whoever dragged me, I didn't get to put on any lip gloss or fluff my hair, so.
Why would you need it?
Oh, I'm out. I'm going to go show my cookie off.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Thank you. And never do that again.
That is an experience that I'll never forget.
That's an experience I'll never forget.
All right. Oh, that's my phone. That's my phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wait. As soon as you said that, I'm like, I never took my phone out of my purse. But it was my cookie.
Oh.
You're a dead man. Dead man.
So I think we're going to start wrapping it up soon, guys. I just got to double check a couple of things here. And yeah, Damon's here. Do you want to chat with me, Marjorie? Yes, come on in. Come on in. We've got like 9 minutes left. Oh, Marjorie's coming in, guys, and it's going to be awesome. Hi, Amy. How are you? We're live. We are live. I know. Awesome. Marjorie, the camera's right up there. We're all chatting. It's a live audience. You know, you're familiar with the routine.
Oh, hey.
So if you guys don't know Marjorie, I'm going to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself because we've chatted. You're awesome already. I've pre-vetted her. She's as cool as they get. So now here's your opportunity to introduce yourself.
I'm Marjorie Waggery. I'm the National Practice Leader for Construction Specifications at Mead & Light. I'm a licensed architect and interior designer. Been at this for, I'm thinking, pushing 30 years.
Don't.
Pushing 30 years. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I got your age pegged all wrong then. Do you want to do fun questions or you want to do, because you're going to be my last one of the day. So you want to do fun questions or you want to do specky kind of questions?
Oh, fun ones.
Fun ones. This one's up top. Hold on, let's get a good one. Are you a music fan? Of course, your phone case was like a music.
Yeah.
Okay.
80s music.
80s music. Who's your 80s band? Who are your favorite bands?
Oh. I'm gonna say Depeche Mode.
Good one. Okay. All right.
You know.
We're off to a good start. Yeah. And you are based in Florida, right?
Yes.
Okay. So do you your challenges writing specs are different than a lot of other people in a lot of different areas?
They are because of the high impact ratings.
So what sections do you find that affecting the most when you're writing your specs?
The envelope. All of the envelope.
All
of the envelope.
All of it.
Yes.
Even the roof? Flat roofs?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, because you okay.
Yeah.
I don't practice in Florida, so it's a set of problems that I don't have. If you were kicked out of architecture and spec writing tomorrow,
Kicked out?
like the whole
Kicked
industry,
out, like booted?
Voted off. Let's
Voted
say
off.
it's by
Okay,
committee,
voted
like
off.
think like Survivor,
Okay.
Tribal, and you were kicked out.
Oh.
What would you do for a living? Like, what's your like sort of secret like career path that you wish you could pursue?
I would be a chef.
Would you?
Yes. Very
Of-
much a foodie.
Like a pastry chef or like a chef?
Well, I don't discriminate. You can tell.
Stop
I
it.
don't discriminate. I do enjoy pastry.
Okay.
Yeah. Creating
Excellent.
pastries. But yeah.
What's your go-to? Let's say it's my birthday tomorrow. It's not. You missed my birthday. But let's say you were gonna make me a cake for my birthday. What's your like go-to cake recipe?
I would not. Well, cakes. I'm not so much into cakes, but
Whatever.
more into like a French. Gosh, what is it? I'm like totally missing the word here.
That's okay.
But like a butter crust, right? I would probably make.
Anything with butter is gonna be awesome.
Oh, great. I would probably, yeah, do something that's sort of tart-like.
Okay.
Tart. Create a
So
tart.
individuals. Okay.
No, like a huge
Oh,
tart.
like a huge tart.
Yes.
I would still eat the whole tart by
Oh,
myself.
delicious.
If they made a movie about your career tomorrow, like
Oh
Hollywood
my
call, and they're like, "You are
gosh.
fascinating."
I thought this was supposed to be fun. But
This is fun, but I haven't asked the question yet. I just.
Oh.
What would they call the movie, and who would play you in your movie?
Oh my gosh.
Who do
It
you
would-
look? You must look like a celebrity.
Do you think so? Who?
I don't know. Usually, people have been compared to a celebrity before, so they kind of have a go-to
Do you
answer.
have a doppelganger?
Maybe a version of Helen Hunt.
Maybe.
Maybe a version of Helen Hunt.
Maybe.
Okay, that's a
Yeah,
compliment.
I
So
guess.
we can roll with that.
I guess.
Um,
I think it would be like a roller coaster or merry-go-round.
Okay.
Something you want to get off of really quickly. Yeah.
If spec writing was a movie genre, what genre would it be?
Oh, it would be a drama.
Would it?
It would be a drama.
You're saying that with like this, like
There's just, it is a roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We
And
keep
it's
coming back
like-
to
there's
roller coasters.
The push and the pull. You know what I mean?
it's like hurry up and wait.
Well, the hurry up and the wait, and it's like it's the struggle with the contractor and following the specs and implementing what's in the specs, and then learning what you put in your specs wasn't followed. So yeah, it's drama.
Okay. Drama. Spec writing is a drama. What would you? I want to find you a good one. What are you drinking? Yeah, you think I'm a rookie? Look, we have a SpecTalk car. We came prepared today. We only got a couple minutes left, so we're gonna wrap this up soon. What is your drink while you're working?
Drink while I'm working.
Yeah.
Like during the day, or at night when I'm working.
Are you both? Both. What's your daytime sitting at your desk drink?
Probably iced tea,
Oh, okay.
unsweetened,
Unsweetened iced tea.
with a lemon.
With a lemon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And evenings.
Wine.
Wine. What color? What kind?
Oh, I don't discriminate.
That's twice you said that you don't discriminate.
I don't prefer sweet wines though.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. Ooh.
More of a dry.
Dry wine.
Yeah.
All right. Not like your not like your personality, which is very not
Non-dry.
dry.
Non-dry. What is non-dry?
I just had an hour presentation today and I like flew here and I'm chatting here. So now I'm just tripping over my own words. Are there spec mistakes that drive you insane that you see other people making?
Oh, the copy and paste from a previous job. That is probably the biggest thing that sends me off the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the copy paste? Because copy paste can work.
It can work if it's correct.
Yeah.
And it's vetted, but most times not.
Is it the formatting as well? Like if the
Not
format?
the formatting.
No.
No, not so much the formatting.
Okay.
It's just the content. It's typically not vetted, and it's typically because the person who's editing the spec doesn't want to spend the time to do the work, right?
But not like you. You're a hard
all
worker.
about the work.
All
All
right.
about the work.
One last thing, and then I think we're going to wrap it up. What's one personality trait that all spec writers should have?
I think attention to detail.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, attention to detail. Yeah.
Do you find some spec writers take themselves too seriously? Or because I see a lot of people that are like loose and having fun, and I don't know if it's because they're not working right now, but what do you find in spec? Are you friends with spec writers outside of work?
It's really tough. It's tough to get connected with that group of people. I think, which is why I come here to CSI, is to meet more spec writers.
Okay.
I mostly operate in the circle of architects, right, and engineers.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. Marjorie, thank you.
Thank you.
It's really nice to meet you in person. And this is so great because this is my interface when we're like on SpecTalk. So I see all the
I'm
names.
about this big,
No,
about
no.
a little 2x2 square.
I see all the names coming up here, right? And it's like, who's here, who's not here, who's giving me a hard time, who's being nice. And guys, we're going to wrap it up right here. This was so much fun. I'm so glad we got to meet. I'm so glad we got to chat with everybody that was on SpecTalk today. No, of course.
Enjoyed the questions.
And maybe we're not done. Maybe there's more chat, maybe more talk to happen, maybe more desserts to be consumed, more dry wine to be drank. See where I'm going?
Yeah.
All right.
Italy's calling.
Oh my God, I love Italy so much. I've got like Europe in my veins right now. Like I need to go so bad.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Marjorie. I'm going to wrap it up here. You're welcome to stay here while I kind of thank everybody and say bye. Yeah, it's a weird ending a SpecTalk at noon. They usually start at noon, but we had to start an hour early today. So thank you everybody for showing up and participating. I don't even know if we had questions because I wasn't able to keep my eye on the screen today, but thank you to our guests for stopping by and participating. CSI National, we are wrapping it up and we will see you guys soon. This will also be available to rewatch at another time if you want to relive this awesomeness that we just had. Thanks everybody.
Bye.
I got to go back to the conference.